everyone. I hope you are enjoying some fall weather, and most of all, I hope you're getting a little fall inspiration on YouTube for decorations for your home, maybe for clothes to wear or makeup, because those are all my favorite things I like to watch. So I thought we'd go ahead and start with the dining room table. You know, my kitchen is all open right here into the living room, and I have a vase. It's metal, and I got this at Hobby Lobby several years ago for my mom, and it was silver. And I'm doing gold stuff, so I thought, okay, hey, I'm just going to spray paint this thing gold. And you know, if you don't like it, you can always spray paint it again back to silver or black or blue or gray or whatever it is you want. I always think that is the simplest way to repurpose something and make it look totally different. Throw some paint on it. You can always go back and repaint it if you don't like it. Or, you know, if it doesn't mean that much to you. If it means a lot to you, don't paint it. But if it's something you're thinking, hey, I don't know what to do with that anymore, maybe you could just try and paint it. And then that way, if it's not something that's very, very important to you and you don't like it, you can say, hey, maybe somebody else can use this. But I'm going to start with this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I just kind of plop them in here like this. This would be another one of those things that if my mom were alive and she were to walk in and see what I had on my dining room table, she would say, what in the world is that? She was so funny. She didn't mind telling me what she liked and what she didn't like. Okay, so I just like those. Actually, I started out with this in my bedroom, in my master bedroom, and it looked so gorgeous. And I thought, oh, I'm going to put that on my dining room table. Well, then I realized, and moved my chinoiserie to my bedroom, and then I realized one thing that made it so beautiful was the reflection in the mirror above the dresser. But I still do love it in here. So I have left it in here because I like it being on the wood of the table. So here's that goofy one that I don't know what I did. Anyway, I might have cut that last year. So I'll stick that one right there so it can kind of be just a little bit shorter, make it a little bit fuller. All right, so there we go. Now I've got these 2 candles, and I got both of these at Home Goods, and this one was $39.99. And I got those this year. There were 2 when I bought them. This one was $24.99. And I just think that looks so pretty. Now, in a few moments, I'll take this off and I'll also do a table setup. I like to do something that's easy to take off the table so I can do a table setup for dinner, because we do like to entertain a little more in the fall and the winter. These are candles from Walmart. These are from year before last, and I'm sure you can get something that looks very similar, probably on Amazon, but Walmart doesn't carry these anymore. They did carry a lighter version of them, but not the real wood looking ones. This, I don't know whether I said this from the last time I did the table. I had gotten in the mood for a new light fixture over the table, and I started looking, and I thought, man, I just don't want to spend that much, because I'll change things out a lot. And so I looked on Home Depot to see if they had something that was more reasonably priced. And I saw this exact light. And I asked my husband, I said, can we take that down and spray paint it gold? This was wood before we spray painted it gold. This was wood up here, and the rest of it was black. And so we took it down and spray painted that baby gold. And so now I love it. Okay. Over here, these are my lamps that I got from Amazon. I think they were 2 for $80, I'm pretty sure. And this is a table runner that I've had for a while. It's velvet. It's real pretty. So I went ahead and set that. And I have got this also used. This is metal. It used to be silver. It's kind of scratched up a little bit, but I put stuff on it so you never see that. I believe I got this at a thrift store. And I put that there. This is just some of these little bead. I've just been collecting all of these for years. This is a little velvet one. I believe that came from Hobby Lobby. This, I think that might have come from Walmart a couple of years ago. Put that one close there. This one, I think this one is so pretty. This one was from TJ Maxx. It's kind of got a pearly look to it and a little gold stem. So it was $5.99. And we'll put that, let's see, let's put that one there and that one there. And these are just a couple of cheapy styrofoam ones. We'll put those over there. And then I'll just take some leaves that are left over from some things. And just kind of place those all around so they'll look like they are just floating and falling down from the trees. Just like, let's put that one there and put this dark green one right there. Okay, and you can always add more and smaller ones and everything. That's that side table. Okay, this, I bought 2 of these from Hobby Lobby, and ever since I bought them, I loved them. I bought 2 of these at Hobby Lobby. One is a little bit smaller than this one, and I just loved them. And ever since I bought them, I've not known what to do with them. And so, for one thing, they need to be hung on the wall. I have kind of covered this up with tape, but it has 2 holes in the back for you to hang it on the wall. And I've not, if they were the same size, I could put them on each side of something. Anyway, I just I like to bring gold into the kitchen whenever I can. And so this is just something that I got at Home Goods. I think it was $6.99. It's got some leaves and things on it. I put a little candle in there. I went ahead and set this up here so you could see it. This is that light wood candle I was telling you about. This sign is fall is proof that change is beautiful. I did get that at Pop Shelf. It's just up there with a command strip hook. And then this is one of my candlesticks. I think I told you before that I bought, instead of buying 3 sizes, I bought 2 of the same size and cut one. And so that's what that is. And that's a little pumpkin from Pop Shelf that's sitting on top of that. This is what's it called? The pediment? Is that what it's called? That's on the top, was on the top of a 4-poster bed. We tried to sell that 4-poster bed, and then I thought, I'll just make some things with that. So I have kind of spread these out and put them everywhere. And that one goes right there. That's limited space up there. And so that just works real well. This is just a little piece of plasticky stuff I got from Hobby Lobby, but it's got that fall look to it. And these are just a couple of little picks. And these are some blackberries. And I just usually keep a gold tray back there. Sometimes I change that up. I put my gold cups in here, and I put some of these, usually have flour in this one, but I wanted some color right there. And so I just added some colorful pasta. And this little sign, I love to put this out whenever I'm having company. Sometimes I'll put it out on the island with the appetizers. It says, if you feed them, they will come. So I added that right there because we do a lot of feeding in the Burr months. Okay, this is a tray. It's melamine, and it was $12.99 in Home Goods. And I just kind of wanted to add a little bit of color back here. One reason I really enjoy these canisters like this, I think I've told you before, I watch Becca on Adventures in Decorating, and she does this, and I love it. I'm not necessarily sure that she does hers with things that she uses to cook. She does hers for decorating, but I think you can do both. And so this is sugar, and I've just got a gold cup in there and a gold cup in the oatmeal. And then, like I said, I wanted to add a little color right there. This is something that I got at Hobby Lobby last year, and it's to hang on the wall. But I just really like it because I have so much gold and white. I just really like it laying there under this riser that I have my toaster on. Okay, I did go ahead and place this, and I thought about taking it down and redoing it for you, but wow, I just didn't have the heart for it. This is, hold on, I thought I had, but I'm wrong. This is a garland with the little white bead things on it. That is a really hot item. They have picks. They have, this is a garland. They have wreaths, or as I'm going to use on my dining table in just a moment, you can use those under a pumpkin, and that looks really pretty too. But that's a really popular thing. I showed you last time that for at Amazon. I was at home. I didn't want to go to town, and so I just ordered something because it was going to get here the next day. So it's just a leaf garland, but I got 2 of them. They came packed tight. You take them out and they fluff right up. And so I used one on some pumpkins in the living room, and I twined another one in here. Then I've got these 2 or 3 of these little picks. They're almost papery. I just think they're such a delicate look, and they're such a pretty color. And then I found use for my little crazy, really bright orange things because, you know, that needs a little brightness up there. So I thought that worked really well. I put 2 small bows with some gold velvet wired ribbon, and on the outside, and then kind of a larger with some a larger bow with some plaid there in the middle. And I just really like that look. And I've got, you know, just doing something like setting out your autumn soap just kind of makes you feel good, especially if it smells like spice or cinnamon or pumpkin or something. I've got my coffee pot, and I went ahead and brought out mine because we like to have a warm beverage sometimes in the evening. So I've got my teapot right here, my coffee pot, and then I put my mug tree on a little riser over there in the corner so it would kind of come up a little bit. Okay. I believe I got this little towel last year, and I love bicycles. We have a bicycle in our front yard, and so that's how everybody identifies our house. Oh, here's a little house with the wraparound porch and the bicycle in the front yard. So I loved this one, and I think I got that at Home Goods. So I'm just going to put that here and kind of put the measuring cups in front of it, and then I got a little pocket pot holder here and put my spoons. Uh-oh, where's the other one? There it is. I'd like to have a few more of those little spoons. But anyway, and put that on a hook up here. And then I've got my little whimsical gnomes here with their little legs. And this is a picture I got a couple years ago from Hobby Lobby. And just some plates. This is a little tiny lamp. I think I got that at Dollar General. And I've got it sitting in a little bow with a little bead wreath around it. Okay, and this is my plate rack that my husband made for me. This is a vase of my mom's. I just stuck a little pumpkin pick up there. And I've got these 2 candlesticks that were also hers. I'm going to put those on each side of my pancake picture. And I'm going to put a little blue pumpkin on the top of each one of those. And this is a plate that my mom gave me for Christmas years ago. And we have so many cardinals around our home that we really enjoy that. So I took my little ladder. Sometimes I keep that against the cabinets. But I took it this time. And this has a little towel on it. It says, "My favorite pumpkins call me Gigi." And so I'm going to put this little ladder right here very carefully. And I don't know why. I thought I had those over the back of it. I don't know what happened. Okay, there we go. And I just have that little blue pot hanging there. Then I found this little squirrel, and we have squirrels everywhere all the time. They eat up our bird seed. We think they need to get jobs so that they can help pay for their food. But anyway, okay, so I just put that there on that ledge and lean it against that green plate because then you can see it better. This is just a little Hello Fall. I think maybe I got it at Hobby Lobby, $4. Everything there right now is 40% off in the fall section. This is a basket I have had forever and some greenery in it fall bush that I can't even tell you how long I've had that. I bet I've had that more than 20 years. And then these are some little pumpkins that I bought in a set last year. And I think Hobby Lobby sells these too, but I got them at Pop Shelf. So I just plop those down there to add a little color to those. And this is my rooster that my husband makes fun of me because I have a summer rooster and a fall and winter rooster. That's hard to say. But this was my mom's. She got this at Dillard's years ago. And so I'm just going to put it in the middle of this tray, more a little towards the back. He kind of has a stem right here that's coming around from these leaves. So he got broken. His little tail got broken off, and I have glued him back twice. And so I'm going to keep gluing him back. So I've kind of twined these around where this would fall over that broken tail just a little bit. And then I gave him a little few more of those leaves. So anyway, we're going to try and fix that and cover that up in a few minutes where you can't see it at all. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Okay, this was one branch from Hobby Lobby. One, and it's maple leaves, and I just love the colors. And so I believe what I did was sometimes I practice these things and I forget what I did. These are two mums that I bought a gazillion years ago. I probably had these for 25 years too. I have a big tub because I used to love to do flower arranging when we actually did, making the picks and everything. And now we don't do that so much anymore. But I save flowers that I really like, and these have always come in handy for fall. Okay, I'm going to take this. Actually, I think I need to move this over this way just a little bit. Oh, Coco must hear some people walking. Okay, I'm going to take this and put it right here because I'm going to take one of my little lamps and put it on top of it. Oh, it still needs to go back just a little bit more. Uh-oh, I'm changing the light. Okay. And then this one is going to kind of go in front like that. There we go. Do I have them on the same light? I did. There we go. And I just love these little things. I charged them up right before I did my video, and I love them. And I got those for $14.99 a piece at TJ Maxx. But I do know you can order these on Amazon. And I'm going to work on the Amazon store as soon as I do one other little video that I want to do for everybody. This is, I have no idea where it came from, but it's got glitter on it. And I think it's pretty. So we're going to put him, I think we'll put him right there. Okay, I've got some leaves I'm going to use. This is a gravy boat that was my mom's. So I'm going to just put it right there. Just so that's a little added something right there. Then I'm going to take, well, let's see, wait just a minute. This bow, this is some of that tack stuff. I made the bow, and then I put some of that tack stuff because I didn't want to tie it around his neck. So where did I put it? Hold on. Don't tell me. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this in front of him so he's all pretty and gussied up, and then I use that tack to hold the ribbon together, and you can't even see where it is. So that's great. All right, now I can't really see this from the front. Does that look all right? No? Oh, okay. Okay, so that looks good. All right, so let's just drop a few more leaves around here. Let's cover up a little bit of the problem right here where you can see all the stems and stuff. Maybe stick a blue leaf in there to go with all the blue that's in the kitchen. And maybe a red one because that goes really well with that leaf on that gravy boat. And then I'm going to cover up back here because you can see some of the wires and all this stuff that's going on back here, and cover that up right there. And that looks beautiful. You can't see it from there, but it looks beautiful. Trust me. Okay, so now I'm going to take these things off the dining room table and we're going to do a table setup. Okay, so I don't remember where this came from. I'm kind of thinking maybe Pop Shelf, but I don't know for sure. This is a little bowl. Got that at Ross for $5.99. I'm going to try to set it over kind of in the middle so I can raise that pumpkin just a little bit. This is actually a lid off of a candle, and a lot of times I'll put it. I don't know. Something's not going to work. Let me see if I can bend that one more way, and maybe I can do it. Kind of go a little offset. There we go. That's better. Okay, put that in the middle, and then I'm going to set that pumpkin on it. So this makes a nice little riser in this little bowl. Okay, and this is a wreath, or you can use it as a candle ring or a ring under a table on a tray. Not under a table, under a, I don't know. You can use it under anything you want to. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. And then I have some things that dropped off. And these are beige. They're not white, so I don't know why. But there you go. Okay, I did this. The reason I'm a little choppy right now is I've already done this once, and I didn't really like it. And so I'm kind of trying to redo it a little bit on the go here. I can tell wearing an eyelet shirt was not the way to go, for sure. All right, I'll put a little more white down there. Okay, so I've got plenty of leaves. I went and got a few more little pumpkins from Walmart a while ago. Okay, so I thought I like to have light on the table. You're not really supposed to put scented candles on your dining table while you're eating because you've got too many, that perfume scent mixed with the food scent. You want to smell the food. So, whoops. I'm going to kind of rebuild this too while I'm going. So anyway, I use these electric candles, battery operated candles. My cousin got me hung on those years ago, and I think they're awesome. And then I like to put some twinkle lights in this. It kind of gives off that steady glow. I've got to put it on. There we go. Okay, and you could put more in here. I just didn't want it to be blinding while we're sitting there having dinner and we're trying not to look at it. So I thought maybe this just one string was probably the way to go. Okay, so I've got those in there now. So I wanted to put just a few pumpkins in there to kind of cover up that black battery thing, holder, battery box, whatever. Okay, so I've kind of got those in there now. So let's do that like that. Okay, and then put the lid on that. All right, now I'm also going to just put like an orange pumpkin there and maybe two of these little pumpkins here. And then let's put some leaves in it. I'll use those someplace else. Then let's just put some of these stray leaves in it. Maybe we'll make make it look like a bed of maroon leaves that's laying on. Okay, so we'll kind of put those at the four corners at least. And then maybe an extra little spot right there. And then I've got, uh-oh, that's a leaf that came off the other thing. So we'll put that right there. Okay. And then we'll stick some green ones in here. Just kind of putting those all over the place. And these kind of have a little bit of the big ones have glitter on them. And the smaller ones are made out of kind of a sparkly, shimmery fabric. So the candle light or the twinkle lights are all going to kind of play off of that too. So that'll be real pretty. Okay. We're going to call that done. Okay. Put that there and that there. I may add more leaves to that or another pumpkin. Who knows about me? I don't know. Let's do that. Sure. Okay. 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 I always put a pad on my table because we sealed it when my husband refinished it for me. He sealed it, but I just don't like to run any chances. I think it's better to take care of it and not have to repair something that went wrong. I've got a tablecloth that needs to be steamed. We're all going to get over it. I do have a good steamer though. I got it on Amazon, but I got this out and got ready to do it and I was like, oh no. So we're just going to cover up all these wrinkles. Well, they're not wrinkles, they're fold marks. Okay. Let me pull this over here just a little bit more. Down here, we're good. Let me tuck this in, this chair in a little bit better. Okay. Okay. How's this? This is a little too long for down here. Okay. All right. That's good enough. Now, I got this. I think I got this last year at Home Goods. And I'm just going to put it in the middle and I'm going to let the pumpkins kind of drape off the ends. It has birds on it. It's got all those pretty colors. It's got the maroon and the orange and the olive green. And I just loved it. When you get a really pretty one or something that's got some stitching on it, usually they're about $24.95. So I think that's probably what I paid for it. Okay. I've got 4 of these. No idea where I got them. You could probably find they're velvet and they're stitched. And I just really liked them. Now, I'm not setting them down at the edge of this because I want to get a real layered look of the plate and the other things that I'm going to do. So I'm kind of setting them up just a little from where the plate and the plate charger is going to be. Okay, so I'm trying to get at about the same spot in all those places. Here we go. Might have to do a little adjusting over there. Okay, and for the things that I'm doing this time, I really like these. They look wood. They are not wood. They were, I think, probably $1.99 at Hobby Lobby. And I don't really know. No, see, it says it's $2.99. And anytime it says your price, that's what you pay for it. They don't put those things off 40 or 50% off. Okay, but I'm going to kind of set it down where you can see that stem. And it's all the way up to the edge of the table, close to the chair. I'm kind of doing this with a vertical look there. Now, see, I think a lot of times when we just have 2 people over for dinner, we just sit at these 4 chairs, and that works fine. And I really like that. So a lot of times when I buy things, I only buy 4, so I don't have to worry about it. But I did buy 6 of these, and I am going to go ahead and put one down at each end of the table where my husband and I sit. And unfortunately, that little bird, you can barely see him. Okay. Going to put a white plate on each of these. Sometimes I use gold. I use something a little fancier, maybe my gold plates from my mama. But this time we're just going to kind of keep it simple and use those white plates. And this is the time when I bought 4 plates, and I did get these at Hobby Lobby, and I'm pretty sure they still have these, so I could get them again. They're $8.99 a piece, so I could add 2 more to my collection, but I haven't been to Hobby Lobby lately. I don't know if there are more at the store or not, but there's this bird, and then there's this little guy. Okay, and so I try to alternate them. And then I have 3 of these, and so I thought, well, I'll just kind of throw one of those in the center of those. It's just a little, I got these at Pop Shelf. I guess you could put little candies or something like that in them if you wanted to. They were $2 a piece. Got those last year, but I thought, I think I'll just add that to the table. I think that'll be pretty. Okay, and the napkins. Okay, my husband and I had a discussion about this, trying to decide exactly which. I have brown napkins, I have a champagne colored napkin, but we both just liked this green. It's real satiny looking. And then these napkins, I think I got these napkins at Pop Shelf. I really think I did. And then these are pumpkin napkin rings. So let me show you what I did. I took the napkin, because actually when you fold it like this, the napkin is like that. So I folded it this way so I could get a nice little kind of point it right there, and then you could still see that pumpkin. And then I took the other and just put it in your finger in the middle right there, and I kind of cradle this one in here so you can even see the top point. You can see the color behind it, and you can also see it just kind of all around it, and then put it up in the napkin ring, not too far down. You don't need to get it too far down because you don't want to squinch up your pumpkin. Okay, so I just kind of angle the plate and the pumpkin napkins where you can see, and you don't mess those up. Now here again, I didn't have 6 napkin rings, so I just used a white wood napkin ring and did the same thing as far as the napkin treatment, and put that across that little table, and it looks just great. So we'll put this one over here, and let me get this one right here, and that one, I don't know why I didn't leave that one there. That one needs to be squished up a little bit. Okay, and then this one right here. All right, so we've got those. Now, I don't usually put out all the glasses and all the flatware. I have gold flatware. I have some glasses that are kind of a champagne look, but I don't usually put those out until right when it's time to eat. But let's go ahead and look and see what this ended up looking like. There we go. Now see, you can very easily eat with that on the table. And it's real pretty, and you don't have to add anything else. I'm going to add these, might take them off the table before everyone gets here. I don't know. But I'm making something my aunt always called elegant chicken for dinner. And so there we go. Okay. So see, you don't have to have anything big and grand. Just lots of layers. Well, friends, I'm so glad you joined me today. I hope you got some good decorating ideas. I hope at least you got in the mood for some fall decorating. I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up. If you're watching it on your television, you can just move your little cursor thing around a little bit and you can find that thumbs up button. If you're watching on your phone or you're watching on your computer, you can leave me a comment. I'd love to hear any comments, anything that you think that I could do to make the channel better. But I really would appreciate your subscribing and your likes. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great week. I will see you next week about this time.